Okay, folks, the final part of the teachings out of Apocrypha, part 3 of America's Fall in Apocrypha. Now, three main things I'm going to bring out directly, and then I guess I got more to comment on, more I want to share. Okay, now, as in, I believe part 1 of this 3 segment teaching is I was talking about the lion, but before I get to the lion, the order I choose to go in, I'm gonna go continue off about America first. Continue to give you the comparisons of the scriptures and Apocrypha and how it's linking and tying in to Revelation as far as in the book of Esdras. Now, remember I read about in Second Esdras chapter 12 verse 3, and I saw and behold there appeared no more, and the whole body of the eagle was burnt, so that the earth was in great fear. Then awakened out of trouble and trance out of my mind and from great fear, and said unto my spirit, and that's when Esdras is waking up. That's Second Esdras chapter 12 verse 3. Okay, then I read this scripture here in Revelation 18 and 15. The merchants who sold these things and gained their wealth from her would stand far off, terrified at her torment. They will weep and mourn and cry out. And then that's when woe, great city. So of course I already explained and talked about that. And I can't remember what segment it was about America and about the overseas people and how they in misery because our country is getting destroyed. How people exalt this country. It's also in the book of Obadiah. Who can bring us down? If you read that, that's in I believe Obadiah verse 4 or 5. If you read the first 4 or 5 scriptures, you'll read about who can bring us down, this great and arrogant country, descendants of Esau. Whole nother segment as well. It's a whole lot of stuff I gotta get out. But now moving on to chapter 12 and verse 3, and the eagle body was burnt, right? It said, and I saw, behold, there appeared no more. The whole body of the eagle was burnt. Now let me give reference to that in Revelation. In Revelation chapter 17 verse 16, it says, the beast and the 10 horns you saw will hate the prostitute. They will bring her to ruin and leave her naked. They will eat her flesh and burn her with fire. They will eat her flesh and burn her with fire. So right there is the 2 comparisons. As I was teaching and explaining at the beginning of this chapter, the great eagle. The great eagle, and talking about America, teaching about the feathers and all that that's rising up out of the great eagle. Okay. Now, that's the scripture I wanted to bring out, linking to there. And of course, last but not least, Revelation 17:18, which I read before. The woman you saw is the great city that rules over the kings of the earth. So the woman you saw rules. It's the great city that rules over the kings of the earth. So the great queen of all kings, which is America. Of course, Statue of Liberty represents this country, and on the Statue of Liberty head she wears a crown like she is a queen, and she rising up her torch like she rules and reigns. So if you look at the Statue of Liberty like she is, I am the ruler, I am the queen over all. Kind of like this Azina, the warrior princess type thing, raising her sword up, yelling, after she conquered. So just want to throw that out there. And I believe it's a scripture also referring to this country as a woman up in here that I just read somewhere. But anyways, oh yeah, that just reminded me. Now the eight small feathers, which I mentioned I think in part 1 of this segment, or part 2, about the 8 feathers. Here's also in Second Esdras chapter 12, 19 and 20. And whereas thou sawest the 8 small under feathers sticking to her wings. This is the interpretation. Verse 20, that in him there shall rise 8 kings, whose times shall be small and the years swift. This is Second Esdras chapter 12 verse 20, that in him there shall rise 8 kings, who times whereas it shall be but small and the year is swift. Now let me point something out to you on that one right there. Once again, a comparison in the Bible to let you know that this right here, the book of Esdras, is referring back and tying in with prophecy and tying into the book of Revelation. And it's Revelation chapter 17, verse 11. The beast who once was and now is not is an 8 king. Whoa. That seems pretty identical to me, don't you think? The beast who once was, now is not, is an 8 king. He belongs to the 7 and going to his destruction. This Revelation chapter 17, verse 11. Going back over the Apocrypha is 2nd Esdras chapter 19 and 20. There shall arise 8 kings. It shall rise 8 kings. It says whose time should be small and their years swift. Switching back over to the Bible, it say their time is small and years are swift. So let's read. Okay, this calls for a man of wisdom. Hold up there. Here we go, right here. Revelation 17 and 10. They are also 7 kings. Remember 8 kings, right? 8 king, and it said the one that it now is. The one that's to come now is not as an 8 kings. So they're tying in with the 8 kings, which I just read to you out the Apocrypha about the 8 kings. Which I can explain. Obama is the 8 king because he's the 8 cousin to Cheney. So right there. But yeah, or I think it's the other way around. Cheney is the 8 king, and then after Obama. But I know they 8 cousins. So the 8 king thing is linking with Obama by him being 8 cousins to Cheney. And those kings that it's talking about, dealing with the great eagle in chapters 11 and 12 in the Apocrypha are those presidents, because the modern day word for king is president. You don't say king anymore, we say president now. Okay, now linking back the Revelation 17 verse 10, they are also 7 kings, 5 have fallen, 1 is, the other has not yet come, but when he does, he must remain for a little while. That's it, a little while. Right there. Going back to it say 5 have fallen, 1 is, and the one that's to come going to remain for a little while. This going back to 2nd Esdras chapter 20, that in him there should arise 8 kings. Just read that out of Revelation. Wow, whose time shall be but small and their years swift. 5 have fallen in Revelation, talking about 7 presidents, all the presidents that Barack Obama are related to. And Obama is the 8th out of his related cousins. He is the 8th president out of the ones who he related to. He is the 8th king linking to Dick Cheney by them being 8 cousins. It go pretty deep, and I've been meaning to come on here and teach about this. So pointed out the 8 kings thing. Last but not least, is 2 more things I want to get out before I run out of time. Is also when I mentioned about Esdras, who you read out for the book you read out of for those who had Apocrypha, is the younger brother of Daniel. Because you know Daniel came first. The things were revealed to Daniel first, but it was sealed up to Daniel. But here you see in this scripture in 2nd Esdras chapter 12 verse 11 that it got revealed to Esdras. So apparently Daniel was the older brother and Esdras was the younger. It said, the eagle whom thou sawest come up from the sea is the kingdom which was seen in the vision of thy brother Daniel. And remember, Daniel saw the vision, the head like this, the feet of brass, and Daniel saw many other visions. That right there, that which was sealed up from Daniel, got shown to his brother Esdras. And last but not least, 2nd Esdras chapter 12 verse 31, the lion whom thou sawest rising up out the wood and roaring and speaking to the eagle and rebuking her for unrighteousness with all the words which thou hast heard. 32, this is anointed which the highest has kept for them and for their wickedness until the end. He shall reprove them and shall upbraid them with their cruelty, talking about Jesus Christ. So peace be unto you. I got everything I wanted to say out. Peace be unto you. Christ for life. And there is more to come.